just love to go on vacation? Isn't there that place where the first time you go, you feel like you want to go again and again and again? For me, that place is the Strasburg Railroad. From what this place was in the past to what it is today, nothing will change my opinion about the Strasburg Railroad. But first, I'll give you a history lesson about the Strasburg Railroad. The year was 1832. The railway was built to transport goods because it would be easier. Then in the early 1850s, a locomotive arrived. It was called the William Penn with a 420 wheel configuration. The picture you see is the picture of the William Penn locomotive that arrived in Strasburg Railroad in the early 1850s. Then the railroad continued to grow, and then it eventually started hosting passenger excursions. And then the railroad continued to grow and grow, and here it is today, becoming one of America's oldest railroads and the oldest railroad in America in continuous operation. Isn't that great? However, before we get into the main part of the video, I have a challenge that will only take you 5 seconds. If you can hit that like button and that subscribe button and that notification bell in the next 5 seconds, then you're supporting my channel. Thank you. Here it is in case you're stuck. Let the video begin. So this first picture here is I'm making a video, which you guys will see halfway through the video. I am filming Great Western 90. It was pretty fun to film. I had some problems with the camera, but I eventually overcame those problems to make this slideshow. I'm filming Great Western 90. At that time, Great Western 90 was coming in at, I think, 2 o'clock, no, 1:50. With a passenger train, and our train was the last excursion of the day. So I was very excited, and Great Western 90 is going to go behind our train, but not now. It's going to park at the side shed to wait for everyone to get on and off, and that's me over there filming the locomotive. It's a very huge locomotive, I'll tell you that. And there am I still filming. And now I am at the back open air carriage, the back open air coach, and Great Western 90 is coming to couple up behind the passenger train. Now I started making the slideshow over there, as you guys can see. Great Western 90 is about to couple us up. Just be patient. Alright, now Great Western 90 has coupled up to the train, and we should be moving pretty soon. It actually took 10 minutes for us to move because the preparation. And in Strasburg, the train gives 3 warning whistles to let everyone know that the train is leaving. And there we are heading back, but not until I show you the other pictures of us traveling to Paradise Lane at Paradise, PA, Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, and that's after we got off the train, I took some pictures. That's a Ford Model T, as you guys might already know. and I was actually very impressed
Great
to see.
Western 90 is coming,
Here's
and
the video.
that's Canadian National 89 over there at the engine shed. Great Western 90, my favorite locomotive in this railroad, is coming, and I'm going to be riding in Great Western 90 today. Right now we're heading to Canadian National 89, and we're also heading to Great Western 90. Oh, you hear Great Western 90? I hear Great Western 90's whistle. Listen. You hear it? It's a very neat locomotive. That's the water tower over there. Now, let's get a very good view of Great Western 90. I'm very excited. Great Western 90, I think it's coming. People are getting off. Great Western 90 is coming. There's another passenger train. I don't know who's pulling that, but I'm coming here again in September for a day out with Thomas. Those events are neat. Very neat. And here comes Great Western 90. Here she comes. Here he comes. I thought that tree was a human. Here comes Great Western 90 right now. Yes, my favorite locomotive. Oh, listen to that steaming right now. Here comes Great Western 90 to pull her passenger train again. The wheel configuration is like 2 driving wheels, 10 main wheels, and 0 back wheels. I'm looking at one of 2 only operating steam decapod locomotives left. I can't believe I'm looking at it after such a long time. This was actually the first locomotive I rode on the Strasburg Railroad. Very neat locomotive. There's Canadian National 89. Great Western 90 is coming shortly. I hear its bell. Ding, ding. The first time I've been here, guys, was when I was 4 years old. We're in Lancaster County. We're surrounded by Amish farms. We are near the water tower. We have like a passenger train over there. There's a caboose. I'm very excited. Great Western 90 is coming up closer. There's Canadian National 89. I've been doing a lot of research on these locomotives, and I learned many interesting facts. Great Western 90 was built in 1924. That I already knew. But what I didn't know is that it used to work on the Colorado Railroad, and it would haul sugar beets. 40 to 50 cars long. And it is the youngest one. Only it is the biggest and strongest one in the Strasburg Railroad fleet. So I'm very excited to see it. And it's coming.
Alright, so now that we're done watching the videos, we're leaving Paradise Lane right now, and there we are entering a tunnel of trees. That's before we left Paradise Lane. The train was just moving. There we are at Cherry Crest, otherwise known as Cherry Hill. We didn't stop at Groff Station, and that's the same picture that we just saw. And that was when we were leaving the station. There was the Plymouth locomotive and the rail car, and there was the Strasburg snowplow. We were pressing Cherry Crest. I remember going there when I was 4. That's the Amish farm, a bunch of cows, and that's an Amish farmer along with his horse. We actually saw his German Shepherd as well. That's an Amish farm. Pretty interesting. And that is the Pennsylvania Railroad main line. We are leaving Paradise Lane right now, and I think we're going to Paradise Lane in this picture, or leaving. Here we're going to Paradise Lane. We're just passing Cherry Crest, and there was actually a freight train on the other track, and we are passing under a tunnel of trees. The train's whistle was loud. Alright, here we have arrived. Here we also have arrived at Paradise Lane. This locomotive was built by the Baldwin Works in 1924 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, before setting off to Colorado, and then in 1967 it was bought by the Strasburg Railroad, and there is its plaque. You can pause the video to read it. There's when it coupled to the train. I took a picture of the steam coming out of its funnel. I took a picture of the window. That's a picture of Canadian National 89. After we got off the train, 90 stopped for a drink of water. That's the Cherry Hill building. I don't know what that's called. That's the junction at Cherry Hill. That is Norfolk and Western 475's tender. We just exited a tunnel of trees. That's more steam from 90. And we just arrived at Paradise Lane. The excursion is 45 minutes long. Alright, we're coming to the end of the video. And yeah, another Ford Model T.
Thank you for watching.